Some girl came up to me one day and she said, do you know anything about these goats? Because, you know, they don't know who's standing there. They don't know if you work on the farm or if you live in Brooklyn, you know, and just work for the farm, selling cheese. And I said, well, I know a little. And she said, does anybody care about that? I said, they're my life. I was managing a thoroughbred farm, and my boss came home from Palm Beach one winter, where she always went, and we were selling gravel, and she said, we're going to get goats and sell milk to Coach Farms. And I said, no, you are. I'm not having anything to do with it. They stink. And so she started dragging me around to different goat farms, and I fell in love, and she decided she hated them. So I got a few goats. My first goat was a Little Weather, and the rest is history. When I moved here, we bought this house in 1988, and when I moved here, I came with about 20 goats, 15 sheep, and 50 rabbits. A couple chickens. It's grown. We probably have about 200 goats at any given time. And then, of course, there are over 100 babies here still. Even after Easter, there are probably still 150 babies. We make cheese, this time of year, we make cheese probably 4 or 5 days a week. We make primarily fresh cheeses. A little bit of hard cheese has been made over the years, but I don't have a great aging facility, and my primary goal is to keep the lights on in the goats fed. So with that, we make all fresh cheeses for the most part, and which means that we make them on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we have cash in hand on Saturday and Sunday at our markets. I said to a group of chefs and front-end staff from 11 Madison Park when they came to visit once, if I never make an award-winning cheese, so be it. You know, I mean, I'm not driven to make the next award-winning, blue-winning American Cheese Society cheese, and that's just the way it is. My goal is to keep the lights on and the goats fed. And one of the guys from 11 Madison Park said, in our eyes, you already do make an award-winning cheese, which I thought was really nice. I swore when I started this I wouldn't milk more than 40. And now last year we milked 130. And, you know, so the parlor isn't exactly set up to milk 130. It's not the most efficient setup in the world, but it works for us, and I just love what I do. So I'm going to give you a pair of your own hooks here. You and Dawn, put your names on them. You're responsible for them. If you lose them, you buy the next pair. I love the market. It's been suggested to me that I wholesale everything. I said, and what would be my socialization? I would go crazy sitting in, you know, I mean, I do love my goats, and they do give back an awful lot, but, you know, like at market, you talk to people and you get stroked because they say, oh, this is the best chef I've ever had, which is really nice to hear. And you know, the interaction is great, and you get to people watch. I am fascinated by the shoes that girls walk around in, I have to tell you. Somebody said I have a foot fetish. I do not have a foot fetish, but I am amazed that people put their feet in those things and walk around New York City. It's like, give me sneakers and keep those for like dinner, you know, change at the door. Like, cheese just doesn't make itself. The number of people that walk up to me at market and say, oh, you're living my dream life. I want to move to the country and go cheese. It's like, I'll buy a farm, you know? The amount of work that goes into it is just incredible. And the amount of money. I don't make any money. I make just enough to keep them fed, keep the help paid that takes care of them, that helps me take care of them, and make the cheese. And the next week comes, and hopefully the sun shines and the market is good again. And when the markets are bad, you know, we're at the vagaries of the weather, or we're at the mercy of the vagaries of the weather, and when it rains or snows, we don't make any money. 14 years ago, was it 14 years ago? In 1998, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I felt a lump in my breast, and I went to a doctor who said, just drink less coffee. So it was very painful, and but most breast cancer lumps aren't painful, so I didn't do anything about it for another 4 months, but it just kept getting so painful, and I decided to go to a different doctor, who then sent me to a surgeon, and the rest is history. I had a 4-centimeter tumor and 1 positive lymph node, and they told me with a tumor that size on the side of my breast that I should, and a mastectomy of course, that I should expect positive lymph nodes. So I had 1, and I figured that was the best sum of positive lymph nodes I could get. 1 was better than more. And chemo and radiation, and you know, some people said get rid of your goats. I had a dear friend who had gone through it a couple of months, maybe 18 months before. The first thing she said to me was, people will tell you to get rid of your goats. Don't. They give you a reason to get up in the morning. And they did.